Right. You know, again, it's another thing where, you know, this is the verse, oops, and that's what I'm starting out with.
Yeah, now this seems real like the structure seems to be like, okay, here's the verse, and then it builds into that,
Right.
you know, Popsicle Captain, where you going? It seems like verse, and then it builds
Right.
into that, because you got this soft verse thing going on. And the verse, it just stays like this the whole time, right?
Right, exactly. And then when you go to, when it goes to the pre-chorus, or is that chorus, whatever it is, I guess it's the pre-chorus, when it goes up to the G, that's just like after playing this for a while.
Okay, what is that part? Let's remind us, what is that on the G part?
That's a,
And then when
and then it just goes up to the G.
Popsicle?
Popsicle stick captain, where are you? Go.
Okay, I'm feeling chorus
which is the
here.
A, which is the chord I forgot and couldn't remember what it was when I first started playing the song. But anyway, so we're going from the G to the A, and you know, coming up to this G, that's kind of like, you know, after I'm playing up here for a while.
But you're feeling like that's chorus, right? That G to A, you're feeling like it's
I'm feeling it's a pre-chorus.
Okay, and now what's the chorus then? Oh yeah, where you going? Popsicle?
And you know, like I said, how I'm coming up to this is, you know, I'm playing up here for a while, and then automatically I'm just throwing my hands to a chord because I'm playing a little melody here, so I know I'm going to go to a chord there. So in the songwriting process, I'm going up here, I'm landing on something. It may not have been the G originally, it may have been something else, but ultimately I decided that it was going to be the G, right? And then from there, when I go to the, Popsicle stick captain, where are you going? Which way is the style of home? Oh, and then I'm ending it, going to the E to end off that pre-chorus, and now I'm looking to go to a different part. I've resolved that pre-chorus, I'm looking to go to a different part, you know, which is where you going, then D to the F, you know? And like, D just sounds like perfect for me, you know, like that's where I'm going. So then I've got the melody, where you going? But here, I remember writing this song, and I remember fuddling around for a while trying to figure out what the next chord was going to be. And that the F right there just seemed like it added a little bit of attitude towards it, because before it's kind of like a kid's song kind of thing, and yeah, I guess it could be, but I wanted to give it a little bit of attitude, and that F, you know, coming from, you know, I don't know whether it's dissonance or it just adds a little bit of attitude towards it.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't, not really in the key. Now, you don't know what key the song is in, I'm guessing.
Key? Wait, I got a key?
You don't need no stinking key? Okay. So it's just like you're going straight by ear.
Right.
Now, sometimes you hear it, and then you're looking to find it, and you're like, ah, there it is.
Right.
Now, sometimes you're just messing around, and you're like, hey, that one sounds interesting.
For me, it's like it's trying to figure out which one it was. Now, I may not have actually heard the note in my ear, the exact note, but I knew I was looking for something that was, actually I knew I was looking for something that was different from what I was hearing. You know, because what I was hearing was, I can't even remember what the chord was or before, but I just know it sounded too same. You know, it kept the song in that same running field, and I wanted to change the feeling of the song right there at that particular part.
Okay,
so I went to the F.
What made you think about a captain of a boat who's a popsicle stick?
Well, now that was something I used to do when I was a kid, and I think pretty much everybody did when they were a kid was, you know, build like a little boat to sail in the gutter, you know, as the rains come down, you know, and I don't know, it might have been raining on the day that, you know, I wrote the song, or I might have just been longing for a younger time.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, so that's where that came from. And then, you know, when I was a kid, you know, we'd build forts, we'd build boats, we'd build whatever, and the men in those boats and forts were always popsicle sticks or twigs, you know, that we'd break up and, you know, put.
So were you thinking about making a song about this first, or is it just kind of like one of those things where it all just sort of like you're strumming, the word comes out?
Right. You know, it's like, I think this song is, the process for this song is similar to the last one, where I came up with those first few lines, and then I realized what it was about.
Like sometimes you don't say, I want to write about this. It's just like, you write some stuff, and then all of a sudden you find out, oh, that's it's like coming from some place inside, and then you're like, oh, that's what that's about.
Right. Right, like Little Black Crow. When I wrote Little Black Crow, that I started out writing about this, actually about a crow that was bugging the hell out of me, you know, because it would crow outside my window all the time. But then, you know, it went from just being a crow that, you know, that was making noise to a song about somebody that was, you know, like suffering heartache and, you know, kind of an Edgar Allan Poe kind of thing, you know, where the quote the raven nevermore or whatever, you know, the crow was just a constant reminder to this guy of his heartbreak and, you know, his loss, you know, and consequently it happened to be two members of the band that I was in at the time were suffering that loss. So, you know, the song became about that.
So that's Little Black Crow.
Sorry about that.
We don't know anything about Little Black Crow today. We're focusing on Popsicle Stick. Okay. But you know what? I'd love to have you back on this show some other time. You can play Little Black Crow and any other song that you want to.
But back to Popsicle Stick?
Yeah. So what's the bridge on that? It goes to the
on
C,
Popsicle
right?
Stick, it goes to the, yeah, it goes to the C. Yeah, because it's just two chords.
Yeah.
Cross away. Yeah, so it's a C back to the F again.
Because you know what's funny? It's like when I talk to songwriters about how they wrote something, you know what? They do exactly what you just did right there. They go on to some other thing. It's like this tangential process. It's like it somehow circles back around, but sometimes it takes a while.
Right.
So how do you get out of that? It just ends on the F chord?
No, it ends on the G.
Happy ever after.
Break, and then back up or the pickup.
Ah, you're so tricky that sometimes it even evades you.
It doesn't take much to evade me.
I know that feeling. Well, it's been really cool having you on the show.
It's been a pleasure for me.
Very first episode of The Hook,
Yeah.
and I can feel that.
I feel honored.
Well, you are honored. I give you my best honor. So
Thank you.
we'll have to have you back sometime. And by the way, there's a theme song for the show. Unfortunately, for some technical reasons, we're not here today, but it's your voice on there. And so in future episodes, hopefully we're going to hear it.
So I will be back, like it or
You will
not.
be back, like it or not, like it or not. Now, I know you're working on a CD because I'm producing it.
Thank you very much.
So there's a email address coming up at the end. So take a look at that. You can write to me there, and I'll get in touch with Mark if you want. Comments, questions, love to have them, and anything like that. So until the next time for some songs and stuff. You know, since we haven't got any official music today, maybe we can kind of come up with some jam and just do some strum or something like that.
Okay.
You got a song with I know you got a new song with the same chord over and over again. What would it be? Just chord progression.